But your network is bad.
Let me. Mm.
Are you still on?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yo, have you done any analysis today?
On GU, I'm in a buy right now.
I didn't share this chart. I'm also in a buy. Actually,
In,
I may add positions because of
I'm in
this.
a buy. I'm in a buy. I entered at around 9. Let me actually send it to you. I entered it at around 9. So I've been in a
Uh,
buy. Yeah, sent it to you and I entered at least a zero 0.4. Uh,
0.10.
I think, yeah, 0.10 times 4 times. Okay, something like that. And
But
also a full one.
I'm expecting a retracement though. But
Hold
of course,
on.
the chart pattern is showing, but it's showing buys because of this trend line. I believe it will hold. But if it doesn't, we may get this retracement back to here. So if we have this
Yeah,
pullback, that's when I'll add more aggressive entries. You know,
okay.
that's what I'm waiting for. Right now, I've just moved my stop losses to here because we have so many what support zones. So I just wait and see what is going to happen. Yesterday, there's a buy that I lost. Like the market kept giving me signals. This thing, you
I
know.
took that same buy. I sent it in group.
Yeah, it's so
Yes.
like market kept
But
giving
it
signals.
didn't work out. So,
It
but the
didn't.
losses never phased me anymore. Yeah, they never phase me anymore. I'm used to them. So I'm just as long as I just try to better my winning performance, win rate.
My love for funded accounts is coming back. Like the markets
Okay.
have been funny, so you just have to find what something that won't risk all your funds. I've been trading funded accounts, even though there are some trades that I take personal, like personal accounts in case something happens. But I'm just starting to do uh funded accounts again. I've actually
Okay.
been trading. I have a funded account with, of course, funding pips. Everyone has because they don't have funny rules, you know.
Funding Pips doesn't have funny rules.
They don't have those funny rules like for these other. You know, these other guys have. No, I think it just depends on the account anyway. Haven't really
Yeah.
explored those other accounts, but the ones I use, they don't have funny rules. You can hold on weekends, you can trade news. It's an MT5. So to me, it's just okay.
Oh,
But there are these funny ones of profit consistency, lot size consistency.
yeah.
Ah,
Those ones.
like, I just feel, not because I can't get a strategy to trade them, but I just feel one day you may ask for a payout and they tell you some silly reason why they're not paying you
Yeah,
out.
that's the truth. That's the truth. You're
Like
right.
that equity
That's the
edge.
truth.
Equity edge didn't give me a payout. Like I
Yeah.
requested for a payout and the payout never came, you know?
Yeah, equity it doesn't pay, guys. It pays, but
Ah,
luck thing.
luck, like I think
Yeah.
they just choose who to pay out. And they've been
Yeah.
around for some time. I thought by now they would be out of business.
They've
So
been
for this,
around.
they've
Yeah.
been around for some time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for this setup, like this buys, it's just what I saw in it. I expected such a similar pump from this to happen here, but this one is slower. You know, it's just like I expected the same. Actually, when I saw this
Like a
engulf,
long pump. A long
yeah,
pump at once.
yeah, at once. When I saw this first candle, I was like, "Oh,
Oh.
I think we are going to get that similar pump." But this one has just been slower, so I'm just waiting to see. Because even here, we had some similar. You know, me, I trade like similarities.
Yeah.
I trade similarities, so that's why I'm saying if we have this pullback. remember we have a trend line break, then you have this pullback down here, so now going aggressively again. But for now, I'm still in the buy. My
Yeah.
trade similar movement. It's what I mostly trade. Even though now the strategy seems as simple as possible. And I want to add in, I always try to study and see backtest different price action strategy because
Mm.
this markets keep changing. Now that the war has changed, we may start seeing a much stable market. Who knows? You know, who knows? We may start
Yeah.
seeing a much stable market. So GU this week is just playing around. We have no sense of direction, but I'm just following chart patterns. Here we have a flag, you know, just following this chart pattern and see how
Oh,
GU
yeah.
pan out. It's hard
Okay.
at times it's hard to see those things. You see them when the market has gone. But trust me,
It's what
like
happens in most cases.
right now the market hasn't gone, so I just want it to play out, you know, play out.
Mm.
It will be
Yeah.
my first profit for the week. I haven't seen, but it's just Tuesday. Yeah, you can see it from here. Like,
Yeah.
so there is not really. So why I'm expecting a pullback, if we can get a head and shoulders, even though this market comes back to touch here and goes back up, I'll be more confident in this setup. But it's still showing some bullishness and there are some bears, but there is some bullishness there because this candle covered up. Let me show you. This candle here is bullish candle covered up one, two, three candles at once.
Yeah.
So I still expect positive movement. And if we get another one that will cover up this one, I can see that the buyers are trying to push the market, sellers try to push it down, but so. So we still have some buy momentum in. No,
Okay. You're in it already.
yeah, I entered here down.
Oh, me, I entered at the close of that bullish candle.
Which one?
That second one.
This one.
The close of that, yes. As soon as that one closed, that's when
I
I
entered
entered
from here
on the psychological level.
because
Okay.
the highs low of the week we have that support zone. Now I'm
And
seeing
then it
this.
also seems like a W pattern.
Yeah, that's a W pattern. Even though we didn't get a retrace. Hey, let me see. We didn't get a solid retracement to it, but it count as a W pattern some degree. Then we had the break of this high, break of another high. So it's positive. Let's just wait and see what it's going to do. And
Yeah.
gold has really been moving up, trying to
No,
recover.
the moment you say that you were still considering it as bullish, as soon as we had that session when it was down here, when it had just formed that bullish big momentum on the, yeah,
This one,
that one. And then it started reversing. Yeah. The other
mm,
time we had the session on, I think it was 10th or 11th, around there.
I said I'm still bearish until we break this point.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I said because I don't trade gold. I would remember. But a pullback will come, of course. I think we shall feel the CME before we confirm upward. But currently it's displaying well, you know. At least
Yeah.
let's try to recover what it did last week. This was last week. It broke below
Yeah.
this, went and broke below a major support. I was like, where is gold going? Remember that major support, this thing. Oh, just
Yeah.
came out. Let me just click on just but it's still bearish. That can be a retracement. That can be a solid retracement because this move was the war. When they seized, Trump said the war was done. So we have to get some right market structure. And I don't see we haven't even cleaned up something. So to me we are still undecisive even though we have broken above this one. The major one is it going back in here. That's when we're still in vibes. I wouldn't say it's bullish, but of course, someone who is scalping on our time frames, uh, it's easier. But where would your entry be? Ask yourself where would your entry be? Me, the markets that I see people forcing. Maybe down here, but up here, I don't see any entries. Maybe this one could on a lower time frame or something. You know, maybe it was this, but to me, I don't see entries because this was the gap. Was it for
Yeah,
today?
yesterday's gap. Monday.
Yeah, Monday.
Monday open. Mm.
So maybe, man, people have a way of getting entries, but to me, it's if we have a break above this point, that's when I'll say that I'll try to buy. Someone can try to buy, but I can't force it anyway. There is this point. There's a lot is going on board that I wouldn't want to force. But well, I would have my safety line still. I would have a line that tells me that we are still going down, maybe around here. I would stay here, and if it breaks here, we are still going to go lower. So that's the plan A, plan B that I always put up. Of course, Bitcoin has also been buying massively, massively. But to me, Bitcoin, there is nothing positive yet. There is nothing positive yet. That's why I stopped even sending Bitcoin charts.
Is it the one that has been making it drop further and further or what?
Eh, I, Bitcoin has just been in its own movement. Like there is a fundamental some other time when Michael Saylor, those are people who accumulated the most Bitcoins, sold just 32 Bitcoin, and the things
Mm.
went down like nothing. So to me, I'm not really even looking at Bitcoin right now. Like there's nothing positive about this market
So
structure.
if a huge guy who has lots of numbers of Bitcoin either sells, you
Yeah,
expect a big jump on Bitcoin.
yeah, because like those people's wallets are watched a lot, and like their opinion is massive among people. So if a big guy who has a lot says, "Yeah, I'm selling," people will panic. You know,
Okay. And they also start selling.
yeah, they'll start selling. But you know, these Bitcoin these crypto markets can recover in a day. It can fly to 80 in a day
Yeah,
in
that's
hours.
the good
So
thing about it.
now this one has been dropping. Even hit my stop loss someday. Now it has even formed structure for the downside. Remember when I said I was going to buy?
Yeah.
Just it just broke it and went lower. And now it even retested it. So the market structure is just downward. And I have positions
Everywhere
that
is
are
just
I have
downwards.
I have buy positions that are that I entered at 0.25, so you can imagine still going downward, still showing structure for the downside. Not really
Yeah.
here. Let's go back
Oh.
to this pair. Oh my god. I regret getting out of these pairs, but I was sick. So I didn't want any so I
USD
got out
card.
of yeah, but
I got out of it actually last time. It helped me pass phase one of the other
yeah,
account which I had. So I'm almost passing phase two with this GBP card that I'm still
we're going to do.
holding. Though I'm going to get out of it today.
But
So
look at how this was like the easiest market structure ever for me. Like, just look at that,
and it was very clear. It was just moving in just one direction.
and it was giving pullbacks, like literally, it was giving pullback. Even this one happened. Was it today?
So
Yesterday?
every time it gives a pullback, you just add in more and more entries.
Now you see, the mind doesn't tell us to do that. As we think we have our own trading style from where. So for someone to
Yeah,
just keep,
it
yeah,
doesn't. There's someone whom I used to follow who told me for you to know that you've gotten good at this, like there are guys whereby for them they are not phased out by profits. People who find points of adding more entries.
yeah,
That's the indicator that shows that you've gotten better at trading when you're not phased out by the pre-profits
Yeah,
you have, but
yeah, like when you reach that point whereby you just let the market do what it wants, like as long as your signs now you see, as long as your signs haven't told you that panic, get out, it's now dropping. There's a time I used to
mm,
panic when I see a red
mm,
candle. But
yeah,
reach a point and you're like, man, let the market just as long as it doesn't break the lows. Like, and that's why you see I even went back to these easy trading things like the textbook people things strategies people avoid. Because man, like you see the traders who have made it out so big, you can even mention their names. Like their strategies are not they don't seem so complex. Me, I attend those lives. I attend the live sessions they have. Maybe they are trading live or something. And it's just drawing his trend lines, market structure, and it's done, you know.
yeah.
But then we go for hard things, ICT, things that take you 5 years to learn. So to me, like if we can just simplify and execute, I believe the power is in
Mm,
execution. Like execute, and manage risk. I
mm,
just think that's it, and that's how
and
like
you get better.
yeah, because you see when the chart leaves you, like when the market leaves you, and you look back in the chart, you can see the market structure is there. Like you can
Yeah.
see it. Like, you can see, oh, it here it broke, give us an inverse head and shoulders, fair breaking, going.
So how
But it,
can you be visible to view it before that
yeah,
happens?
yeah. Before that happens and take the trade, that is where the now you see like here. If we are to say
Yeah,
where to buy in from, it would be difficult. But if it breaks, that's when you say that okay, I'm going to wait for a retracement. You know, because right now you can't buy or
yeah,
sell here.
yeah.
Yeah, the best that because it can drop anytime. You can't say it's still going up. But if we have points whereby you put your point, be patient for it to come back. I think that's the trading. You put your point here, but if it comes back here, I can buy again. You know, as long as it doesn't break. If it breaks this one, as long as it doesn't break this one. And this is the strategy that my kid bro kills me on. Like him, he has big stop losses. Like he can have it. This is which time frame? Okay, this is big, but he chooses those slow pairs, and he can have a big stop loss. And when you look at this chart, you'll be like, he can tell you my stop loss is down here. Yet it's just like 15 pips. Now like those CHF JPY. Now the
Yeah.
chart looks
Oh,
so big,
yes,
but
the
when you
CHF. Mm.
calculate when you calculate the lot size, I mean the pip spread. Not so. Let me see the
Mm.
these
But
are
for
like
those markets, someone would have to enter a huge lot size. That's the like for you to get out something,
yeah,
not so much, but you'd have to enter a big lot size.
yeah. But him now the profit target is huge. You know, profit target is
And
huge.
it
Now
would require you to be very patient
very patient, very patient. So now, like for
because
me, I
yeah.
can either wait here or wait for the market to break here, above here, you know.
Uh,
But you can see how far it
wouldn't you
is.
first wait for it to first go down, break it, and then show an indication for a bullish move again?
Now just wait for it here. And even though it breaks out, just wait for it to come back in and show me a W pattern here. That's when I'll enter.
So what I'm trying to understand before, for example, that example that you've given right now, how do you know that now it's not going to now it's the perfect time for me to enter and it's not going to do that V and
Hey,
you
like
continue.
it's not
How?
going to pass.
Yes,
Now that those are
yes,
the confirmations, like the confirmations. You can either get candlestick. Just look at the candlestick behavior. You get why didn't I buy from here? You know.
yeah,
But when you
yeah,
see the way candlesticks are, that's the candlesticks will always tell you something. Because you look at how aggressive the market comes. Now this one would have stopped me out maybe. But still,
yeah,
even though it comes like this, I zoom in. Okay, of course in the live market, you wait for that engulfing candle. Now even though
yeah,
if it's not here, you just leave. Now the biggest problem we have as traders is if the market reaches our point, we feel that thing of missing out. But then when you do
yeah,
analysis, now like here. the engulfing showed up, and of course the target would be here. But if you respect market structure, of course the first take profit would be around here. You know. Now, for example, here it made the V, came back in, and you look for an engulfing here, which can be this one. As long as you get that engulfing after this pullback inside,
Yeah.
you take a setup with proper risk management, you know. Always. Now let's try to get one. Now, like here, the pullback is happening. How do you know that it's going to either dip to there? Now that's when you go to a lower time frame and you see that the market came back. I don't know if it gave us an engulfing here, but there is no engulfing. Okay, it's here. Now these are the ones that hit stop loss. These ones,
Yeah.
this one. Now that's when we add. That's why we add another confluence. Like adding a trend line here saves us from these things. You get, and you only say that I'll buy when it breaks above here. And that's why you say after
Yeah.
the break-in, we just keep adding reasons as to why our setup is ready,
Okay.
why our setup is
Yeah.
ready. For example, now if the market is pulling back like this, and you maybe it has pulled back, and let me say this is the point it gave you. You see how a trend line can save you? Like can say, oh,
Yeah.
I'm approaching a what? A resistance point. You just have to add
Oh,
something small. And you say that I'll only buy if we get a break above this trend line. And you see, you can say that when it breaks above, we don't even go back. Even though you had adjusted it to this one, we don't even go back again. So those small things
yeah.
that we add. Now, for example, let me say I drew my trend line from here, and someone is looking for a buy. Let me say buy. You see how it saves it? Okay, here. Now this one would have fallen in there. But again, you take it to your head and say, I'm buying into a resistance. It's close to. Most times it doesn't happen. But you can have points like this, you know. You can have points like this. So now the market has come back here, you know, and you're looking for a
Yeah.
buy. You think it may not reach here. This is now when you scale down to a lower time frame. Sometimes you have to do it. And you now draw a trend line like this one. Okay, make it perfect. And you say that I'm not going to buy until it breaks above this one in case it doesn't reach here. And if the market
Yeah.
breaks above here and goes down, you just have to wait. You reconnect your trend line. The date gives you that perfect movement and breaks above.
Like
Like if
it,
it
the
breaks
moment
above
it
right
breaks
now.
above, you just
Now this
continue.
one, this one, this one, unless it gives me market structure first like this and
Yeah.
then breaks above. That's when I'll say its trend line is broken and market structure, and that's when I can enter, even before it reaches this point. So
Yeah.
those small confluences that we add, they hold a lot of value, but only that we like at times we don't take time and look closely into the market and know what's happening. That's why you see me, if I have a setup running, I'm online. I'm very online. Now you can see
Yeah.
this one has gone. But now again, it's heading into what I call a resistance. And the only time I would advise someone to buy is after it breaks above here and buy to here,
Yeah.
this level.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if it's to break below, we shall be looking for these zones. That's why I'm saying an inverted and shoulders is what is possible.
Mm.
So the story, you tell the story of okay, which pair is this? Till I missed something. So the story is kind of there. Now you see, like here, would you buy from here? No. But the
No.
best possible buy would wait for that break. Wait for that break. And me, I want to have a small one. And the small one to me should be at the tip. That I don't care what happens down here. But if we have a solid break above this zone, I'll be
Mm.
confident that if we get a retest, it may retest on some trend line and I'll buy it to here. You know,
Yeah.
if we get a retest, I can even connect something like this. And then it takes in all these points. And if we get a break and then we get a pullback, I'll be ready. And now I can't say I'm selling. I can't. I can't say I'm selling until it breaks this
Yeah.
trend line and breaks also
Yeah.
market structure. The new market structure it would have formed to sell. Now
Yeah.
imagine this. There is also this. There is also this here. Now this one, to me, the only sell someone would get is if we have market structure break. Maybe this. To me, even this sell, to me, I wouldn't take such a sell. Maybe if I got
Yeah.
a lower time frame and I get, oh, this one happened too fast. But these are the points you want to see. Market structure, then a pullback. These are the markets that this one happened in about 3 hours first time. But that's what you want to see. Let's see this pair. I was looking for a sell on this pair because of this trend line. Let me show you how it looks
Mm.
like. This is how it looks like. Someone would say, aren't you supposed to be looking for buyers? To me, not yet, you know, because the market was below this trend line. Even though it's a bigger time frame, and I think, was I with you when I told you that I would buy to this point? I don't know where I was with.
Yeah,
That's some.
I think so.
I would take a quick buy to this point, but I wouldn't say it's still buy. But we have, you see how the market, now imagine someone who panicked and, oh, break, retest. They're out already, they're out already. The best thing to do is be patient with it. Now here it has broken some market structure here. So what are you waiting for still? I would wait for this break. Patient. Nowadays we are reserving capital. And that's why I say I added some pairs. I would wait for that break to happen. So that I've left this trend line. And after leaving that trend line, I would have a what? Okay, now this trend line, I would connect it from here. Because to me, I would have something like this. Or in fact, I would connect both. But anyway, it's the same. Now this one, someone take a risk here because they have a trend line, they have this, and they have this. They would consider this break, but to me, I wouldn't still. I would wait for this break above
Mm.
here, the richest, and I would. I want to take a trade where I'm comfortable. You know. Now imagine going from here to here, and you're comfortable. You know.
Yeah.
Now look at this one. Look at this one. These are the markets that disturb. So imagine we have this break. Someone has already, okay, now here this pullback would be a nice one because you have a break here, then the break of this low. Let's see how it looks like. Now this one would have been a nice entry for sale. Even though it would leave you hanging and come back and sweep you, it would have been a nice one. But again, you always have security as a trend line. Security, you know. We have a break,
Yeah.
then you see the market also breaking market structure here. That's when you begin to think about closing. Think about closing. So, and you can always, and if you know there's a strategy out there that can add, maybe it's Asian open range or some shit like that, and it works with price action, you can add it. It will push you very far, you know,
Okay.
very, very far.
Like you can get like small confluences and you add them into your system to help you.
Yeah, as long as you don't confuse them, and you know that every time the market does this, you look out for those because you may have many confluences and you start confusing them. But me, price action is the simplest. Like I'm not going to add. I used to have a time when I used to add demand and supply and shit like that, but I realized I just get something and focus on it. Get something and focus on it.
Okay. You get for me a fresh chat for GU and on UJ and help me go through it.
You
Because
do.
yeah, that one that you're on, just a fresh chat, that's all.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, yeah. Let me do it very fast.
Okay.
Ah, you want us to do it?
No, you just help me go through at least like afresh because I was having quite a bit of quite mixed mind. I was having a mixed mind on about
So,
the break of that zone where the market has reached right now.
so this is a major zone, very strong. You
Yeah,
can even see you get
yeah,
a daily thing, but the momentum is being driven either to this point, and you can see what happened here. And this is a zero. This is a Fibonacci retracement point. So our chances are the market is looking at breaking this point. You can see the market
yeah.
is looking at breaking this point because most times Fibonacci's have a break. So with that, we already have a sense of direction for this market because every single time we have seen the market break those points. And I don't know if we even get retracements. I don't know if we get retracements after breaking, but looks like
UG
it's looking.
rarely comes back to retest. UG
Yeah.
rarely comes back. Yeah,
So looking at this market, I already know that we are at a very crucial point. So I'm either looking to buy nor to sell. But as well, look at okay, this chart. But look at how the market has been doing. Here it gave us a strong sell, then it filled it. It tried to fill it for a number of weeks. So I don't have anything much to do on the far time frame. Now I'm going to do a lot on this time frame because it's what the market has been reading for me. So what I'm going to do, I'll mark out these lows. Okay, this is too far, but I'll just mark out this whole point. No, I'll take this week, but I want to get as many points as possible because the market has been it's one that weeks a lot. So then I would go to the lower time frame and see exactly how this market is moving. Not a lot, but you can see it's just playing around one place really. But it reached a
yeah,
point and it stopped forming lower lows and started giving us higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, meaning this was its last low. Then it broke back in. Then here it tried to break market structure at this point. Okay. So to me, we are
yeah,
still having a push phase. But I also mark out this point as the strongest low that it formed because it was retested twice. And I would also mark out this point here. So if we have a break that goes above this, we may see a break. But if we have the market beginning to form lower lows again, then we are going downward. And I would have a safety line. I would maybe look at this. I would want to take in as many points as possible, meaning I'll consider this and consider the one that is current. And then I would wait and see how the market moves. If it breaks this and comes to this point and gives me a good pattern, I would buy it back to this point. But if it breaks this point and breaks this point, then our chances are high we shall reach this point. That's it. That's my analysis.
okay.
You know? But for now, it's better to just watch. I would
Yeah, I
also
was
combine
just
this.
watching because I had closed already the trade which I had before. So,
I would combine this with the DXY, and I don't know. I hate combining them, but at times I just want to see what the DXY is doing.
I thought
DX,
Trump doing the is it a peace deal or something would make you the USD move higher. Yeah.
but it's weak right now, but it doesn't mean it won't gain strength. These things don't happen immediately because it's real money, Mark. People have to
Okay.
begin to get comfortable to start investing again in economy again.
Mm,
So it doesn't
yeah.
just happen that hey, those are for us people are hype. But if a deal is signed today, it takes time, like a month or two, for it to start
Okay.
affecting. It's not like those things of interest rate. Interest rate, those ones can at least 1 week, and then we start seeing the impact. You know.
Mm,
But for now,
yeah.
there is market structure showing that the dollar may gain strength. But I'll still put a safety line to myself before even I think of selling GBPUSD or buying USD JPY. So I want it to just mature.
Play around and
If
then
we get a
you
break
wait
above
for it
this
to break.
and we get maybe a break above market structure, maybe we shall look at holding to this point. The thing about it is having a plan A, plan B, so that when the market reaches those points, you know exactly what to do. But for now, we are still
Yeah.
in that downtrend. This was a downtrend. So if we have a pullback here, sell again, you know.
Yeah.
But if we have a break, then yeah. positive, very positive that we shall have a good move. Because now, what are you going to do here? Buy or sell? Nothing, you know?
I'm just watching. I was just watching to see how market reacts for now.
Yeah. So that's it.
Okay,
That's it.
okay, okay. And then let me see. I was trying to look at first try and go through GBP card for me right now. Just quick.
You have 3 minutes. GBP card,
Yeah,
GBP card. Sure, which broker is that? There are some brokers with funny charts.
yeah.
Just
There are
using
some brokers that have charts that lag.
the candles just appear funny. So first thing first, uptrend is massive. What I want to do is see exactly the zones it's approaching, and there is a big one here. There is a very big one there. So I would mark it out, you know. But I see the
Yeah,
momentum is there. But the history of GBP card is it has been playing around. You get
yeah,
so once you have that one, the best possible. So hey, there is a very big trend line here, but this one is going to be for me long term. But the day it breaks this trend line, we may look at 0.618, a sell to that level. But then
yeah.
we have the market breaking above big points, very nice points like this one also. Get so if we have a
Okay,
break of this trend line, this is the point we are supposed to be watching. And if it breaks, we may see the Fibonacci area, you know. But
yeah,
going down to lower time frame, see what's happening now. The market is still growing. You know, it has points that it has marked out. It has this point that I would also watch closely, maybe if a bounce. But then you can see that the speed has reduced. You know, the speed has kind of reduced. So you have to be extremely careful with it. Going to this time frame, you can see that the speed has generally cut down. It tested this point numerous number of times, something that we haven't seen it do, unless it's
yeah,
retracing. This is not a retracement. This
yeah,
is some sort of consolidation, which gives us a rectangle pattern. Chances are still high that the market will continue flying, but you have to be careful, you know.
okay,
So I'd put this in and just see how it plays around here. And when it starts to, if you see the market giving such a movement where it's forming this, just watch out for this. And if it reaches here, you may have that sell. But if it breaks above this, then we may have prolonged buys. This pattern is one that shows that we are still breaking above this rectangle pattern.
okay,
But the way the market just slowed down
okay,
means the money is slowing down. So yeah, let's just wait and see. I'll also be watching
okay,
it actually. I mean, because
okay.
once it happens, the sale will better be nice or something like that. But for now, it's still okay. Still
Mm,
very okay. I've not even drawn a trend line here because most of it is just market structure. I wouldn't
yeah,
fake a market. Let me even see how. Hey, Mark, call is going to end,
yeah,
but yeah, I hope you've understood.
yeah. Understood. You actually are going through a lot quite today, really quick. Thank you.
Ah, yeah, let's send
Yeah, yeah.
chats.
Okay. Thank you, bro.
Ah, yeah.